Hello and welcome to the 317th ever RTFR in Live for Speed. That's Rony's Tuesday fun race on a Tuesday. Today we're at Fern Bay Green Alternative Race Green Events, which is the longest LFS track name I've ever heard of, Eoin. Welcome along to round number 6 of Season 2.
Yeah, many thanks, Pete. It will be a long name circuit, but yeah, it is a sprint format once again after we had XL last week. So yeah, plenty of drivers will want to prove their worth and see if they can challenge for victory.
Indeed. Well, we've got a packed grid, which is awesome to see, and we have 5 rounds of the 2023 Season 2 Championship left to go. Next time out, it's going to be the UFR at Kyoto North, which is another custom configuration. But tonight, we have the excellent Dorito FD7, which has, I think, for the first time on our channel, a slightly different engine. But here's the track first of all, a 3.5 kilometer 2.2 mile variation of the Fern Bay Green configuration in LFS S2. And yeah, tonight we're coming to you with 21 laps of racing, and we have 3 minutes left of the qualifying session. The track code for this one is F23 if you want to catch that on the NDR track maps. Yeah, it's an interesting circuit that makes use of the little villa section near the beach.
Yes, it does. So the drivers will have an uphill turn, very sharp left-hander, guide them up the hill. Then a more forgiving hairpin will guide them back down to the original circuit with the downhill crest. And then they return to the track as normal from turn 5 onwards.
Yeah, this car's got a 1.3 litre twin-cylinder rear-wheel drive configuration, which is pretty unique for what we've run so far in RTFR or any season. For that matter. It's 1.2 tons and has just under 300 brake horsepower, and it was built by Ruby, Martin and Eurobeats. So thank you to those guys for putting together this mod for us today. We'll go through the championship standings after a little bit of qualifying action, Eoin. Let's see who's doing well on the track.
Any guessers for Paul Sitter as of right now? It shouldn't be too difficult if you don't know. Yeah,
not much of a brain teaser, that one.
No, it's not. To be honest, Gabor back on top ahead of his teammate, just under a tenth of a second there, a few hundredths separating them. But in fairness to Antti Valta, he's in the 131s as well, and he'll be a valid competitor for the Sidus drivers. So yeah, we will see. Hopefully, there we go. There's Methanol appearing from behind the trees. Can he improve on 26th? Is this a hot lap? Hopefully, we'll find out. Oh, he does, yes. He gains 1 position, 25th.
Yeah, we're watching Methanol here from top down. He's currently P25, looking to improve on that time for sure. Yeah, you're about to see the new section of this track, well, the section you might not have seen very often in LFS, where you, instead of going through the chicane, you go up the hill and around the hairpin, and then back down onto the back side of the Fern Bay Green configuration. So yeah, the drivers with a little bit of a unique challenge here. We don't often see this bit of
Rick has just taken pole. I beg your pardon, Pete. Rick has just taken pole position this minute, and it's a 131.61. So that's very rare moments in RTFR where we see qualifying produce a last minute change of pole position. So yeah, that's massive from Rick. Really pulled it out of the bag there.
Yeah, an absolutely massive lap, 300ths of a second, the difference between him and Gabor. And it looks like he's aborted that current run, but we will catch up with somebody else. So Gabor comes around the beach section now. And then down onto the back straight now. Not long, really, to try and beat his time. In fact, this is the final attempt, Eoin. This is the last attempt he'll have in order to beat his teammate as the clock ticks down to 0 then.
Yeah, this is the crucial moment now. Pole position has been yanked away from Gabor's grasp, and he has this last opportunity to claim it straight back. 1 minute 0.56 split time there in sector 2. He has a little bit of traffic ahead. Yeah, traffic gets out of the way. No problem spotted there. Yeah, here comes Gabor. Only a handful of corners to go, really. The final sort of chicane. 1, 2, and 3. Yes, a little bit of a slide, but he keeps it away from the sand pit. He's going to cut as much of the track as he can, but it's not enough. Gabor will not start on pole, Pete.
No, what a shocker. I mean, that doesn't happen very often, but it has been known to happen. So we will see what's going on. But yeah, for the first time in quite a while, Gabor does not have the pole position in RTFR, which is unusual, to say the least. So who will be the final car across the line before we can get the full list of results of qualifying? Just a few more cars to come round, I think, not too many. We were watching Gabor on his final attempt, but yeah, 300ths of a second is the difference between him and Rickardl. So while we wait for the field to finish, we will do the grid. Yeah, I think that is everybody. So, Eoin, let's have a look at the final qualifying standings before we go for a quick break and the start of our 21-lap race.
So our pole sitter is Rickardl, taking that crucial position away from his teammate Gabor on the 131.61 versus 131.64. Valta has P3, the only other driver in the 131s, followed by Born to Race's Loco. World Class Lions have the duo Arska and Koivunen, 5th and 6th. RD2, 7th. Nossel, 8th. Both of those drivers for Race Green. Sidus Unite down in 9th. Didn't really notice him there, but a good starting point. And then the TCR's Adam has the top 10. Twin Cam at 126 miles per hour teammates 11th and 12th. Tamuli, the best of Zafaralis in 13th. Ayub there P14. Soini, Mad Jester, Mats Makari, Rony, Firestarter, and Matcha complete our top 20. On to page 2, we have Pedro Bior, Yari Kitila, Tulio, 3 Jump, Michael, Master, Methanol, LG Meese, Johnny SVK, and L Rid for energy there. And then the final set of drivers, we have Naptur, Vinar, Christie, and then Tim Kuhl. But Tim Kuhl is miles out of the 110%. So yeah, I doubt he'll be allowed to race.
Yeah, I don't think he's on the server anymore. I mean, and yeah, that time is way off where it needs to be in order to start this race. But yeah, we are going to be going racing with about 33 cars, which is excellent for a track which many drivers won't have driven before. We have covered a variation of this, I believe, on our channel before. I've raced this before. This is a fun combo with the added kind of hairpin thrown in there for good measure. Always a fun one. And so we look forward to 21 laps around here. And we will just bring you up to speed again with the configuration here. So at turn 3, instead of usually going through the chicane, you go up the hill and around the hairpin and back onto the Fern Bay Green Circuit. So just one corner added, Eoin. Well, actually, I suppose 3 corners added because you take them in very different ways.
Yeah, that's very true. So yeah, turn 3, rather than just being a simple left-hander, it does become much tighter. Go up the hill for turn 4, and then you cross the sector split line before turning left again, and then resuming the track as normal. So yeah, this car will be put through its paces, particularly in the fast turn 7 through 9 with the giant wall to the driver's left. And then if they hit the curb too much, the rear end will step out, and that could cause a lot of hectic weaving in case drivers are side by side and trying to battle one another through that very high speed section. And then they conclude the lap with some tricky left right left combos. So yeah, will be one to watch out for as well.
Great summary there, Owen. And I'm glad you mentioned drivers battling side by side and for the lead, because we have a drivers' championship standing. A set of results which will leave some people a little bit surprised. Not because it's Gabor leading with almost double anybody else. It's currently Born to Race Mantas in P2, though looking down the order of qualifiers, Mantas will not be here to gain any more points. So Rony will jump up even further if he can get a good result here. He qualified P18, and if he finishes there, then he should have enough points to jump up the order a little bit, and that will take P2 overall in the championship. Then it's Thamuli for ZFRL. Thamuli is also here in P13, so there could be a spicy battle on between Rony and Thamuli here, Owen.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
And
Plenty of drivers have a lot to gain today if they can pull out a strong result. But obviously, in terms of the championship, Gabor can seal it very soon if he just keeps getting onto the podium or becomes the victor. So yeah, it is a case of everyone is trying to compete for second place and best of the rest. But yeah, Gabor just needs to keep up his absolutely irresistible form, and he will take the prize money home.
Yes, it's worth mentioning, of course, that there is prize money on offer for the winner of the Drivers' Championship standings, as well as a few other places. So if you finish in the top 5, you'll be walking away with some prize money. That's been kindly sponsored by World Class Lines once again this season. So yeah, thanks to them, and good luck to all the drivers as we head into the latter half of the season of the championship. We are over halfway through, and with 5 rounds to go, including today, it's going to be, I think it's a battle for P2, Owen, as you said. I don't think there's really a challenge on for the lead, and it'd be very, very difficult for anyone to get that many points to overtake at the halfway stage.
Yeah, at this point, it would require some incredible driving and some serious mistakes from Gabor to make it a championship fight. In terms of today's race, it is the case. Rick Cardle got the one-up in qualifying, and with the very tricky chicane that greets the drivers to begin with. Usually this would turn up in the middle of the lap at Fern Bay, but in this case it is the first pair of corners. So yeah, a lot of chaos could unfold at that opening few moments of the race.
Indeed. We do have a few minutes to go before the start of the race, just 2 minutes to go before the start of the race. But yeah, it looks like we're going to have another cracking mod. The drivers are enjoying themselves. You can tell by the amount of curb clouting that's going on, and also they're all running into the grass, which is a good sign. It means they're pushing the car to the limit before the start of the race zone, which is when we want them to not be doing any of those heroics. We just want to have a nice, calm race. And obviously we're not going to get a calm race. It never ever happens, especially in a brand new mod. But we can hope, right?
Yeah, we can hope. But obviously, the cars are just on the road supers today, so it does mean that the grip won't be there compared to the racing slicks. Yeah, if anyone has trouble with their setups today, they will be firmly relegated to the back, because this car will definitely demand a lot, especially in the medium speed corners where these tires will start to heat up.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and I can't wait to see the cars as we get a grid in just a few moments' time. One thing I will say though is we do have a little bit of housekeeping to do. If we're allowed to. I mean, this is something we like to do. We would like to do a little bit of promotion for a series that is going to be coming up pretty soon in Live the Speed by the Zafiralis team. There's a few of them here competing, so I think it's fair that we do a little bit of advertising on their behalf just before the race gets going. They're running a test event for a new series that they're planning, and they need as many people, as many of you that are watching, to turn up to their test event on Monday, the 30th of October. Qualifying will start at 5:15 UTC, and it will use the Sync Centurion. Is that? I can't quite work out what that car's called, but anyway, it looks like a good little car. And they're going to be running 33 laps of Rockium 2. So there we go. If you fancy doing that, then please join in for a Zafiralis test event that's going to be taking place on the 30th of October.
So just the day before Halloween, that. So hopefully you have the chance to enter that before trick-or-treating. But nevertheless, it's time for a real treat. It is the race that we're looking forward to now. 21 laps. The lights are now on. Can Rick Cardle make the use of the pole position in the dark purple? Dorito, there we go. They're away. And let's see what happens next. Rick will have advantage. Watch out for Valta in the background. The black and red car. So yeah, Gabor has to just watch his teammate go by. It's clean at the front. How about in the middle and the back? Pedro Bior slides, so he's going to lose time. Yaikatila benefits. A few bumps and bruises, but yeah, just unfortunate there for Johnny SVK in the lime green. But we continue with Rick Cardle still in the lead. Gabor driving the pink shade vehicle there ahead of Antivalts. So the top three remain as you were.
Yeah, well, you can tell who are driving the Zafranis machines today. They've put together a nice livery for this car. But everyone else choosing to run flat paints, which is fair enough. At least they've chosen relatively easy colours to differentiate. As we have everyone coming over the first sector line now. Here's Yari Katilla with a bunch of cars ahead of him, including Rony, all going pretty much side by side through the top chicane. And here is Rony in an unmistakably green livery there. But yeah, as we run down to the bottom end of the circuit for the first time, it's line astern through this little chicane here before one final left, right, left. And we'll be back to start finish. But it's Rick Cardle leading the way ahead of his teammate Gabor, who we're riding on board with now. Here is that final chicane. Plenty of tyre bales and sleeping policemen on the exit of, in the middle part of that chicane to stop people from cutting it too much. But yeah, we will see. That is one lap done. Just 20 to go.
Yeah, Christie got himself stuck at turn 3. He was just trapped on the curb, and then he lagged out completely. So that's the end of his participation, unfortunately. So there was the point where he was stuck. But Ricardo, and that's no concern of his. He's able to carry on safely. In fairness to Loco, you can see in the blue with black alloys, he is making some time up. But Tulio has made a mistake or has been hit somewhere, so he's lost a few positions. He was battling with who would have been Mies. So he had a collision with Mies, and that explains the damage to both of those drivers' cars.
Looks like Magic and Firestarter are having a battle here as we head up the back straight once again. Magic just got through there on Firestarter, so up a position to P17 overall. Sorry, P16. No, it is P17 overall, sorry. Timing tower just updated.
Watch your mirrors there, Yari, because Pedro's coming. Pedro's unfortunately going, and Michael does get even further wide there in the purplish car. Thankfully, he carries on. No one was there behind him. Unite's made a mistake at turn 10, I think it is. Ayub through the Mooley trying to put the pressure on, and he's going to understeer badly with a bit of dirt on the tyres. And there we go. Unite has lost the position to Tamuli, and that will be 10th place, I'm quite sure. Oh, Tamuli's lost it again, so he won't benefit. He's got to watch out though, because 136 is also lurking. So Unite's 11th, sorry. Unite up to 11th. 136 watching on in the background. There's a side-by-side Monty McCarry and Mad Jester were side-by-side. Mad Jester's the loser in that battle. Rony and Magic through as well.
Yeah, it's all movers and shakers.
Overcooked it. Magic missed his braking point. He was on the inside line, didn't slow it in time, but he has made the pass on Matt McCarry though. A very pleasant bit of fortune there for Magic. He turned the mistake into an opportunity, and there's more battling here behind with Firestarter ahead of the World Class Lions.
Yeah, excellent stuff. All battles going on. Rony is in the mix. Well, he's in the absolute thick of it here. He's chasing down Mad Jester, and he's actually on the outside now, which turns to the inside for the kink. That's one place made. Almost. Contact actually there. Mad Jester spun around by Rony. Well, he spun around on his own really, but Rony was also very, very close. I don't know. I think Mad Jester may have made contact with Rony on the outside there. Flipped the rear. Like Pedro and Manchester coming together again, or I'm not sure what happened there. But anyway, Pedro losing yet more places.
Gabor nails the new fastest lap and gaining 4/10 on his teammate that time around. It looked like Rick made a bit of a fine cut on the final left-hander in that triple chicane before the start-finish straight, so he risked getting into the wall, and then he had a run on the grass. So that was Gabor sensing an opportunity himself. So this lead battle will rage on. Valta pretty clear, and Koivunen, I didn't notice, is down fourth.
Yeah, Koivunen making up good places. Valta up there in P3 as well, staying where he was at the beginning. But yeah, we've got plenty of action up and down the field, but not that many close battles right now at this very minute. The closest to probably Loco and Pekka, and two cars going side by side through the kink on the back straight. That was RD2 and Asker, both using very similar coloured liveries there, but Asker in the lead now with RD2 following. Impossible to tell those two apart right now.
Yeah, they both have the pop-up headlights up. I think that's a good detail of the mod. You can have the lights up or down if you want, so yeah, good to see there. But for our point of view, because they're both using the pop-up headlights, they're very hard to tell apart.
Yeah, someone who's using the headlights down is Abe, so we might be able to get a see. Yeah, there you go. Abe's headlights are down. So that's how you can tell the difference between Twin Cam, who's got the headlights up, I believe. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
very nice. Oh, that's a nice camera.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
Lovely.
We'll see now how Rony gets on. You can tell him a mile apart.
Oh!
McElroy and Firestarter both less fortunate there. But in fairness to Firestarter, he has not gone any harder into the wall than a tap, so he's able to continue.
Yeah, United's making up places here. He's just got past Abe, and now he's chasing down... he's chasing down Twin Cam now. And he will join a train of yellow cars if he can do this move. Because just up ahead he's got RD2 and Asker, who he'll be with very, very soon.
Yeah, this is the corner where if you hit the curb for too long, it'll put the car into an oversteer. So you saw perfectly in front of Unite, he was poised, whereas Twin Cam has a slight bit of oversteer. It doesn't unsettle the Born to Race car ahead. But yeah, this is a great chance now for Unite, picking his spot. It was blocked. Any further opportunity? No. Twin Cam has preserved his advantage for the moment, but there are still 3 mini corners to go. Yeah, a little bit of kick up of the dust. Unite will now lose a little bit of advantage, and you're just probably lifting off a small bit so he doesn't run into the back. Oh, Loco's in a spin. Oh, he's landed in the gravel trap. Probably the deepest in all of LFS.
Yeah, he's not going to get out of there. That is game over, fortunately for Loco. And that was contact with none other than Nozzle, who is going to be feeling a little bit sad about that one, I think. That was a big old punt, and off goes Loco. Looks like Nozzle tried to wait for him, but you know, you can't put someone in the gravel there and expect them to get back out.
And here's the battle for the lead, Pete. We've got a changeover, battle for the lead. Gabor right on Rick's tail. His best opportunity of the entire race so far to take the lead could come into turn 9. He's going to pick his spot on the inside. Rick has to stay where he is. And will there be a move? It's not going to happen. Rick did a splendid job to just outbrake his teammate and narrowly to hold the advantage, but it's far from over. And Anti-Valta in the background will take a lot of notes here to see what happens next.
Yeah, this is a fantastic mod. There's a little bit of MX5 in there, slight bit of Janetta. It's looks like, well, apparently it's based on an RX-7. It's fantastic.
Oh,
Gabor runs wide.
A little bit too much grass there for Gabor. He won't be sent into a spin at all. That was fine. But yeah, Rick has a chance now to exploit that small excursion and get that advantage he had and build it back up. But yeah, Valta's definitely benefited from the lead pair battling. Yeah, he took a second and a half out of the two drivers, so that's massive. And we'll change over to AU here, Pete.
Yeah, who just made a move on Unite. It hasn't updated in your timing tower yet because, of course, we're running on an open config track. We only get updates on our positions at the sector times, which is there's one coming up now. So they will swap positions. There they go. So Unite losing a place, and looks like he's going to lose another place here to Temeli.
No, in fairness, yeah, there was no way you could go 2x2 into the downhill turn 7. So yeah, Temeli just had to coast a bit and just try and position himself again, possibly making an attack later on in the lap. And yes, Rick has definitely got his his best game on here this lap, and he's put Gabor about 8 tenths behind him. Yes, about 9 tenths, I suppose, rounding up.
Yeah, he's put the sails up and the wind has picked up, I think. There is an absolute distance behind Anti-Valta there. Quite a long wait. Some 6 seconds as we watch Motomacari.
Oh no, Unite out. Unite has exited the race with a spectate shortcut. He's angry with how his race came to an end. I just did the spot, unfortunately. So that will promote 136, Magic, and all them up as position. So yeah, that's a disappointment. And Firestarter is now last on track with the pit stop to most likely repair damage, yes.
Yeah, so Unite out the race. 136 having a spin through the chicane. All going off. Magic gains a position there. Up to P11, so one off the top 10. Who's he got to catch up with? Thamuli, but that is quite a gap. That's 5 seconds adrift. As Tulio also makes a move on Yarrick Attila at some point in the first sector. We missed that one. But Gabor has work to do if he wants to catch and overtake his teammate. Rick Cardle is, as you said, Owen, he's got his A game on at the moment. That's a good effort.
Yeah, so obviously the fact that his lead was... Oh, Gabor's flipped! Gabor out of the race! Oh, how rare that is. Made a gigantic misjudgment into the chicane. And I was just going to comment, Rick, he saw his lead under threat and he decided, no, that's the last chance I'm going to give to my teammate. And the impeccable Gabor is peckable.
Peckable. That's a good one, Owen. Oh my days.
Peckable
put that
is a
as
real word.
tombstone.
I looked it up. It is a real word.
Is it a thing? I'm going to Google it, sorry.
Yes.
Impeccable. Capable of sinning, according to Google. I'm not sure that's what you meant, but we'll go with it. It is actually the opposite of impeccable. That's remarkable. I didn't know that. Anyway, you learn something new every day. Gabor is human. That's what I learned today. And Rick Cardle has now got really no challenge besides a 4.5 second gap to Anti-Valta. Wow. That's tickled me, Eoin.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah, no offense to Gabor, obviously. It was just an unfortunate error, but yeah, that was a massive shock. It just came out of absolutely nowhere. And it does give Rick even more of a cushion because Valta promoted to P2 and RD2 now third. So yeah, it does probably mean Rick has the time in hand to control the pace.
Gabor in the chat said he tried to flat out the chicane. Yeah. As Pedro Biar now going on a battle with Mika Sarkinen. That's LG Mies. And looks like he's through initially. And, well, that was quite a sweet overtake. And now Naptor fancies a go as well. We'll have to see if Mies is streaming his onboard. I know he likes to. But I'm not sure if he's streaming today. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, he is live on Twitch. But it doesn't appear as though he's sending us his onboard today. So if you want to go and check him out, then you can see twitch.tv/LGMeese to watch Mika's onboard. Happy to see him streaming and enjoying his racing. But yeah, Ricciardo has opened the gap to Antti by a further second and a bit. And Thamuli has caught up to Twin Cam. So Thamuli's caught up to the back of the Born to Race duo. And let's see if he can catch and pass Abe first. Sorry, Twin Cam first. And then it's Abe and Unite. But Thamuli's one of these drivers, Owen, that can have a really good day. And then have a really bad day. But today's a really good day.
Yeah, this is fantastic work for Thamuli, leading the way for his team. If he can give Twin Cam side-by-side challenge, then it will be very difficult to stop him. But yeah, if Zaffarellis can have a driver in the top 10, that's probably their preferred targets. Like to keep it realistic, to have drivers in the top 10 for the team, possibly going top 5. Oh, trouble there. It's 136 miles per hour. He's stuck into those tires. A lot of damage to the rear panel. Pedro saw the car very late, so he spun. LG Meese is going to contact. Naptor in the middle, gets away with it. So, a lot of chaos, and unfortunately 136 has destroyed his front left shock absorber. So we saw that in Excel last week in the LMPs. The front lefts were often at risk at the Boothie chicane, and unfortunately 136 has severe damage and he's got a pit.
Here goes Thamuli on a run, drama at the chicane, but no luck for Mies, but luck at the moment for Thamuli as he goes on the inside, which will turn into the outside for the next left-hander. And is he going to try the cutback before the final chicane? Surely not. No, he's going to have to slot in behind and try it elsewhere. Hopefully there's no more drama in the first chicane for him, but I don't know if he's going to be close enough. Yeah, Twin Cam runs wide, so potentially another chance here for Thamuli. But all the while they're losing out on the on Ayub. Surely not. Surely not. Well, there's drama up ahead. That's Unite in the wall as well as Ayub. So maybe it looks like we are going to have some luck for these two. Unite. Oh, sorry, not Unite. Who was that? That was Asker. Sorry, not Unite. Unite quit earlier. But losing a place there again to Ayub.
Yeah, Thamuli still batting away here. Arska has actually been reeled in a bit by Twin Cam. So we'll see if there's any opportunity for Twin Cam to make the gain. I thought Thamuli would be able to catch up and pass him. At the moment, yeah, it seems that it's Arska's job to defend at the moment. The run down to turn 9 is coming up, so if there's any dive bomb, it'll have to be now. That's a tough slide there for Arska. You have to rescue it, and yeah, he's sliding. So these tires, the rear right is in the sort of dark green / yellow kind of territory, so he's in a lot of trouble here, Pete.
Yeah, he is, and he's lost a place there, and so there's going to be some... that was almost contact, but Thamuli managing to slip through unabated, and will now try and hunt down Twin Cam yet again at the chicane. I really wonder, is he going to manage it before the flag falls at the end of the race? But there you go, Oscar losing 2 positions. And Twin Cam clouting the tyre barrier there. Very lucky not to roll it, like so many others have done. And Rony going there through as well. And Thamuli trying it around the outside again. This will be interesting if he can hold it on the inside for the hairpin. And it looks like he's got a nose ahead, so that's a good effort. But now Twin Cam has the inside for the next left-hander, but Thamuli's got the grip, and he's through.
Yeah, that is sublime driving there. So Tamuli's patience is rewarded. I think Arska has managed to calm his tires down a little bit. But yeah, Twin Cam should be privy to that, and he can put up the blockers because he knows Arska taking more risks would destroy what's left of that rear right tire. So yeah, Twin Cam just needs to stay composed and he'll be all right. Magic though, if he can notice what's going on in front of him, he could challenge for the position against Arska. So yeah, we'll see if anything else happens there.
Yeah, all's quiet at the moment for Rick Cardle. 5.7 second gap to Mr. Anti-Valter. And then we've got RD2 in P3 at the moment for Race Green. That would be a good result if he can keep that. Then it's Pekka Koivunen for World Class Lions with Nozzle. Another relatively new hire for Race Green, also in the top 5. Race Green choosing some nice new recruits this year, right?
Yeah, it's very encouraging to have the team making inroads with bringing up more drivers, and they're getting rewarded here. Nossel, I know you'd be disappointed what happened earlier, so he continues his battle for 4th place. There was a spin, I think, that's brought 136 out of the race. Yeah, he's spectated, so he's out of the race.
Yeah, unfortunately that's the end of his race. He had a rotten race, to be fair. He was all over the place. One to forget for him, I think. Nozzle get closed up to the back of Pekka, but not really making any moves at the moment. Monty McCarry also not making any moves. He's on his own in P12 at the moment. Yeah, Twin Cam is in a spot of bother. He's just been passed by Thamuli, and now the cars behind him are getting charged up. I know Oscar's still struggling with that those tyre temperatures, but what can the other 2 Race Green drivers in this race do? Magic and Rony. There's still plenty of laps left for them to spoil the day of Oscar and Twin Cam.
Yeah, still time. It needs to be a little bit of a team building here to make sure they both have a chance, using each other's slipstream perhaps into the start-finish straight. That's one way they could close the gap. So, yeah, we'll see now. Ronnie crossed the line. Is he going to be quicker than his teammate this lap? No, he's just a smidge slower. But yeah, all good because Arska has lost a little bit of time there, but he's still in the 134s.
Yeah, Pekka.
Oh, and there we
rubbings.
go.
A lot of rubbing.
Oh no, sorry, Nossel through, but he decides that was an unfair move, so he gives the position straight back. So there we go. Nossel just getting in the wars today. Yeah, he realised that was a unsporting move, so he gives the position back, and he'll try again next time. Koivunen wide there, using a lot of the track at turn 6 before the massive wall on the left. Now, interestingly, Ayub is on his way. Ayub could threaten for 4th place very soon if Nossel and Koivunen can't find a mutual agreement here.
Well, here they come onto the bridge section. The overhead camera there, and off onto the.
No, Ayub hit the wall at the 3rd to last corner there. Just a small tap. That was turn 12, the left at turn 12, and just as the Moroccan driver was getting giddy about the opportunity that was presented in front of him, he makes a small mistake and he loses a lot of that advantage he worked so hard to build. And you'll have to try again. Here's Nossel again into turn 3. This time Koivunen was fully prepared for the attack, and he'll hold the position. That's lapped traffic, I think, ahead of them. Oh no, it is RD2. That's RD2 for position. There you are now.
Yeah, so RD2 is only just ahead, using a confusingly yellow skin. Nozzle choosing to use one more on brand. In fact, quite a lot on brand. Quite nice. It's got a race green sticker and the race green colours. It's not as in your face as Rony's choice today, but there we are. As Nozzle tries to set up another move on Pekka Koivunen to make it 2 race green drivers in the top 4 potentially, which doesn't happen that often. Rony's also having a battle with Magic in the background, but that's teammates, so we want to keep an eye on this one and see if Nozzle can get past Pekka. Magic defending there from Rony for now. And as we come around to begin yet another lap, looks like Nozzle's going to have a run here, Eoin.
This is surely it now. Koivunen cannot expect a mulligan here. Nozzle fully in the clear. Now into the chicane. Taking it nice and solidly. So Ayub has rebuilt himself. And Koivunen is in real danger here of losing another position. He'll hang it into the centre of the corner as best he can, but a bad outstep put the car into a slide, and there we have it, down to 6th place for Pekka. Ayub into the top 5 after qualifying just, I think, outside the top 10 or in the top 10. So he's made a lot of gains.
Yeah, that was a nice move from Ayub. He had to go for it then. He wasn't going to get another chance later on. Pekka Koivunen is far too wise for that. But yeah, with 17 laps gone at the end of this lap, it's Rick Cardle leading 5.9 seconds ahead of Antti Valter, but then a 17-second gap back to RD2, who leads the best of the rest really in this race. Then it's Nozzle, a good move, makes his way up to P4. Then it's Ayub, who also capitalised on Pekka Koivunen's slow chicane, down to P6. Then it's Temeli, Binkham, Oscar and Magic currently in the top 10, but Rony looks desperate at the moment to get a top 10.
Yeah, he absolutely does. The fact that he is en route to 2nd place in the championship and making gains on the now absent Gabor, who's in retirement, and in our chat. This is a great opportunity for Rony just to cut into that lead a little bit. While of course Ricardo has command of the race, and he'll be surging back up the championship himself.
Yeah, well, I joked that Gabor may have control of the championship at the front, but any more DNFs like today, and he'll soon lose the lead as Magic loses the car, and Rony almost runs into him, but Magic just gives up P9 with a mistake at the chicane, well, that sees P10 he gave up, and that sees Rony through, and also Motti Macari and Tullio just streak through our picture there.
Yeah, no, that's important for Magic. He has to be alert to the rear right tire, similar enough to what I noticed with Arska. If he nurses it to health properly, then he'll be all right. But if he does not, then he'll be required to take a pit stop for a change of tires, and all that extra work will be gone because Soini will catch him, and maybe Järgtil as well.
Yeah, well, there's a big gap to Soini, 12 seconds. Another lonely race there for Soini. He's on his own. And with 3 laps to go, Rick Cardle is coming up on traffic. So it's not all done and dusted yet. 7 seconds back to Valter can disappear pretty quickly when you start tangling with the back markers. And this is, I believe, Firestarter that Rick is coming up to. Mika Sarkkinen already a lap down on Rick now. As Tullio has caught up to the back of Motti Macari for a fight for P11 then. Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Tullio representing number 12 there in 12th position. Motti Macari won't want to hand over this position though, but it could be. Yeah, this is the outside line in Tullio's command at the moment. He's got to try the switcheroo. Oh, Motti Macari was privy to it. Nicely done, blocking the apex. But now up the hill, it will be a bit harder in case the car snaps out on him. Oh, he's controlled it though. Motti Macari taking it a bit calmly there, but it did offer the opportunity to Tullio. So yeah, this battle really close now.
Yeah, we'll watch them through the back straight section. Really nice track this. Lots of challenging corners and curbs, especially as they head over this pretty gnarly chicane. It can be quite a difficult one for the drivers. And now down into the familiar final sector. But yeah, Tullio not currently close enough to go for a move, and only the final chicane to go, which is pretty difficult at the best of times. As the cars streak through onto the main straight. Cross start finish. It looks like Martin McCarry has the measure of Tullio at the moment. Someone who is also in a fight is Twin Cam on Thamuli. This is for P7. Zafiralis versus Born to Race.
Indeed, we saw this battle earlier on, and Thamuli made the position. Unfortunately for him, he has not made a quick breakaway. So Twin Cam has this final sequence before the final lap to earn the position again. So that will go neck and neck with Tullio on the inside. Oh, Martin McCarry. There was a little bit of argy-bargy trying to get the advantage into the corner. In a faster car, it would be a triple chicane, but here in the Dorito, it is slower, so it therefore takes it as a single left-hander. And Martin McCarry at the middle of the track, so he's out to block. And then Tullio, he's probably feeling like he's got to throw the caution to the wind now and make a move with the last lap. Certainly for race leader, it's already happening, but for these guys, it's just coming up.
Yeah, we are on the...
Sorry, last position.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a wide at the turn 8, it must have been. Turn 7, sorry. Yeah, turn 7 at the giant wall. Pedro took full advantage, and that is P15.
But we are well into the final lap, over halfway through the race. Halfway through the lap for Rick Cardle now. Just the final sector to go, and he will add another Rony's Tuesday Fun Race victory to his growing list of accolades, and he's already celebrating. I mean, he's already laying rubber down on the road at the final sector, and through the final chicane he goes. No theatrics. Now they can begin.
There we go. Yeah, that's a crucial win for Rick Cardle. He takes a supreme victory today. His two teammates fell by the wayside, so he carries the purple flag high. And Antti Valta slots in to that second position vacated by Gabor. And full credit to Antti. That was an amazing drive, qualifying and the race. He hooked it all up, and he's a worthy runner-up today. And then Race Green have a driver that will take the bronze medal position. It's RD2, followed by Nossel there in P4.
Yeah, P3 and the wooden spoon. Fantastic for Race Green there. Ayub has to settle for P5. Pekka Koivunen close there in P6, with Twin Cam finishing in P7. The first Zafiralis car is Thamuli. A nice race, entertaining race from our top drivers tonight. Good stuff. Then it's Oscar in P9, and it will be Rony himself rounding out the top 10. There he goes to take that final spot in the top 10. But what a race from Rick Cardle. Absolutely dominant. Pushed Gabor so far that he psychologically sent him into the tyre wall. Gabor was pushing so hard to try and catch his teammate that he binned it and retired from the race, giving, as you said, Rony, Antti Valta a very deserved P2 in this one.
Yeah, really, really strong drives today for some of the drivers. That we can expect good performances from. But they got the extra boost, the order, and then Nap Tour has crossed the line in 17th, so that should complete our classification for today.
It does indeed, and it's Rick Cardle who wins, gets the gold medal position there, ahead of Antti Valta and Race Green's RD2. Race Green Nozzle in P4, Abe for Born to Race in P5, then Pekka Koivunen for World Class Lions, Twin Cam for Born to Race, Zafiralis Thamuli, World Class Lions, Oscar, and Race Green Rony, your top 10. Then it's the number 12, Tullio in P11, with Martin McCarry, Magic, Soini, Pedro BR, Yari Katila, Naptur, Firestarter, and LG Meese, your 19 finishers. And then quite a long list of DNFs, Owen, because that race was full of thrills and spills. It was Born to Race 136 in P20 with Methanol, Gabor, Unite, Johnny SVK, Loco, Madjester, Master, Michael, and Christie not finishing the race. A long list of drivers who fell by the wayside. And Gabor is credited with the fastest lap, a 1:32.01, though because he retired, I'm not sure it will stand in the results, and the fastest lap will instead be passed to Rick Cardle with a 1:32.05, which is pretty close, but not the closest that we saw in the race. Owen, that was fantastic. The Dorito FD7 looked like a handful and was a handful over the curbs here.
Yeah, it certainly was. The fact that the drivers were put through their paces through a variety of corners, and the fact that they're on the road supers, it doesn't happen as often. We see the road tires on our race cars today, so it did provide a big challenge, and it certainly proved to be. And Ricardo is back in the winner's circle there. So that's a long time coming for him, I'm sure.
Yeah, and apparently Gabor will actually be credited with the fastest lap. I thought the fastest driver had to finish, but apparently not. It doesn't happen very often, so that's why the little bit of confusion. But yeah, Gabor will be credited with his fastest lap. So there you go. He does leave with some points, which is remarkable. So there we are. That is round number 6 of the 2023 season 2 of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race. We really hope you enjoyed it. That was a good one, Owen. And let's see what is coming up in the calendar. It's the UFR at Kyoto North RGE, another open config race screen events, alternative version of a track that we're quite familiar with. So we'll have to see what that is and how that will be. That track was, I guess, invented, or what's the word? Well, anyway, Thilo Falkenberg came up with that one. Those of you who remember Thilo, he is still a member of the Sim Broadcasts team. He's around. He just hasn't been involved in any of the broadcast commentary for quite a while. We miss you, Thilo. But anyway, we'll be going to his track in 2 weeks' time, so that's fun. And I can't wait for that one, Owen. The UFR is going to be a handful there.
It will, of course. Yeah, a lot of challenges coming up. It is well and truly past halfway now. So all the potential combos still to come. They will be very exciting.
Yeah, round 7 in 2 weeks. Now, we want to bring your attention to just one more thing on the broadcast today, if we may. And that is the test event by Zaffaralis, which we hope you can join in with. That's going to be happening on the 30th of October, qualification at 5:15. This is for a brand new series organised by the Zaffaralis team. So Thamuli, Martin Macari, and Mika Sarkinen, who you've seen driving around in RTFR tonight. So if you fancy supporting them in their mission to start a new series, then please come along and join their test event, because it promises to be interesting. Let's put it that way. A brand new series and a test event for that series. So please head on over to the LFS forum, find some information about that. You can find the team at Zaffaralis GG on Instagram, and it's going to be at RO2, Rockingham 2, for 33 laps. That's Rockingham National in the Sync Centurion mod. I think that's how I pronounce it. So yeah, Owen, that looks like a fun one, and we wish them the best of luck with it. So that's all we've got. Oh, go on, go for it. Oh, Owen's got to run away, unfortunately, but that leaves me to wrap up the proceedings for this evening. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us for the 317th ever RTFR and round number 6 of the championship. It's been a pleasure to have you all with us. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. Look at the screenshot in the background there of a car over the curb. Fantastic. And we will see you all next time. Have a good one. Good night.